All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Hotlanta. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series heads to Atlanta tonight to open up the winter 2020 season. It's race number 1, and it's going to be under the lights. Can Lucas Sinfer defend his championship? Well, it begins tonight right here on TurnLeftTV. It's Atlanta Motor Speedway, a great track, and again, a night race tonight. Hang on, boys and girls. It's live right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, it's Atlanta Motor Speedway tonight. Race number 1 in that 10-race 2020 winter season. And it kicks off in about 5 minutes. All right, maybe a little bit longer than that. But hey, thanks for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Always fun to have you. And we got a good one for you tonight. Right now, we are in the practice session. So showing 17 drivers here on the grid. Some new drivers joining us tonight, so good to see that. And again, this is Atlanta Motor Speedway, a little over a mile and a half, 100 laps here tonight. And again, under the lights, we're going to start at 6 p.m. Time in the game anyway. And it's going to be a little bit of light there, a little sun low in the sky, and then we're going to finish under the lights. I'm your broadcaster, your commentator, Heath Johnson. Thanks so much for coming in. And Sadie the dog joining us as well here in the commentary booth. She's going to bark a few times, maybe on the lucky dog. Take a look at the track here at Atlanta. Again, just a little over a mile and a half, 4 turns, banking in the turns at 24 degrees, down the straightaways at 5 degrees of banking. I want to thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on the TurnLeftTV broadcast channel. Peace to everybody out there. Hope everybody's okay. Man, it is so nice here in the 70s. My gosh, in November it's in the 70s here in Indiana, and I'm loving it, man. I'm going to take the dog for a nice walk tomorrow and wear her out and maybe do some racing tomorrow night, IndyCar style. But if you haven't hit that subscribe button, I encourage you to do so. Please join me here on TurnLeftTV. You'll get updates when I have races coming up and when I have new videos loaded. And then you can share my videos with all your friends. Anywhere you can share YouTube videos, you're more than welcome to share my videos here on TurnLeftTV. Please hit that thumbs up button and let me know you were here. And again, thank you for coming in. I'm Heath Johnson, your broadcaster, your commentator, and owner-operator of not only HORL but also TurnLeftTV. So thank you for coming in, and hopefully we got a good race here for you tonight. I'm convinced we do. We always have some great racing here at High Octane Racing League, and we broadcast some great stuff at TurnLeftTV. Well, can Lucas Sinford defend his championship? He got a big championship last season. Really, man, I'll tell you what, he had his head on straight. Really a lot of strategy in a few of those races that got him some race wins, and very humble guy, and great job for the 21 crew there at that Flex Seal sponsored Ford Mustang. And he's back again this season to defend that championship. And we'll see how it goes. The championship run begins tonight. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, we got race number 7 in that 10-race season in IndyCar Series. HORL IndyCar Series headed your way at Pocono. Man, these guys are really excited about this track, too. Very fun in the IndyCars. I think it's a little challenging in the stock cars, but I tell you what, man, this is a lot of fun in those IndyCars. The tricky triangle headed your way, 80 laps tomorrow, right here live on TurnLeftTV. And actually, the racing, I got the time there wrong. It's an hour ahead now. We moved everything up to accommodate our Russian drivers, since they do not change times. So it's actually going to start at 2 p.m. practice, 3 p.m. qualifications, and 3:20 there for the race. I'll have to change that banner for those guys. So just a few minutes here, about a minute and a half left in the practice session. 18 drivers joining us here. Good field. All right, we're headed over to the qualifications session. Take a look at the session results here in the practice session. Reese Canaday, the top time, 28.636. Colin Matiak is second. Tim Lansbury shown third on the grid. John Stanley fourth. Jeff Sickles fifth. Todd Roblard sixth. Art Vieta is seventh. Sean Jacobs eighth. Gabriel Mauricio is ninth. Preston Hassel 10th. So these guys switching over to the qualification session. Look at that, man. Who is joining us in the chat session right now? And that is Danilo Coelho. Good to see him out. JJ joining us there as well. I said, unfortunately, the time zone's not so good for now for Brazilian drivers. And I know, man, that stinks. When you guys are Southern Hemisphere, they go to the spring when we go to the fall. So, that happens. And unfortunately, That's what we got to do. Is hopefully those guys will be able to stay up late here periodically and join us. But always good to see you in the chat here, Danilo. And on the track the other night as well. And I messed up my race the other night. I had a pretty good deal going on. I really only had to pit one more time. And I know the drivers that had pitted were still kind of on that, just had gotten around me to get back on the lead lap. And, they would have had to pit again. So I think I would have been set up for a pretty good run. But messed up on that tire rule. Forgot to turn back on, tell my pit crew to change tires. I came in and had some boogered up, some worn out tires, and that's all she wrote, so I decided to call it quits. Take a look at the 82 car here, Tim Lansbury. See him making his qualification attempt. Go take a look at the qualification widget there. So top time, Jose Solis, 29.240. Preston Hassel shown second on the grid. Tim Lansbury trying to cut into that, currently shown in 15th. See how this lap ends up being for Tim Lansbury. Arcavieta up there second on the grid right now. Tim Lansbury getting that lap in. Target time 29.240. Tim running a 29.384. Shown 10th on the grid. Reese Canaday in the 80 finishing up his qualification attempt. Gabriel Mauricio, first night out here, going to be running in the 2X machine. 29.240 is the time to beat. His now showing 16th on the grid. Mauricio right now 16th, about 4/10 behind the top time. So it looks like Jose Solis is our pole setter. Arthur Vieta starts second. Todd Roblard going to start at third position. Colin Matiak fourth. Sean Jacobs fifth. Preston Hassel starts in the sixth position. Brennan McGee in his first attempt out here tonight, starting in the seventh position. Ed Palumbo eighth. Reese Canaday will start in ninth, and Tim Lansbury will start 10th. So again, 18 drivers joining us. Hey, if you're interested in some comics, please give ZiaComics.com, your nerd headquarters, a look. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Your nerd headquarters, all things comic. ZiaComics.com. See if the side-by-side is working. It looks like it is. That's good news. Darn good news that it's working. But, hey, thanks for coming in. We got a main cam there, and make sure that's working. I use this once in a while, man. I'm just trying to scare off mice. If you have any mice in the room there, just show them this picture. Again, hey, thanks for coming in. And if you'd like to get a hold of me on Discord, there are my Discord handles there if you'd like to get in touch. Of course, there's the Discord address for the High Octane Racing League, which is racing tonight. Follow me on Twitter at TurnLeftTV and Facebook at TurnLeftTV1. Peace to everybody. We got some good drivers out here tonight. A lot of veterans, and we got some new drivers out here as well. So that's nice to see them. Take a look at the 75 car. He's got the pole here. Trying to learn how to operate my camera. There we go. The 75 car. Jose Solis. All right, these guys are going to flip this session over to the warm-up session. So, again, tonight is race number 1 in the 2020 winter season here at the High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series. And you're going to see all 10 races broadcast live right here on TurnLeftTV. Flag-to-flag coverage. And it's going to be a great one here. So, race number 100 laps at Hotlanta under the lights. Going to start with a little sun in the low in the sky and then finish under the lights. So you guys are going to get some final adjustments made here in the warm-up session. We'll take a look at the schedule here in the Buschwackers Series. Next week, 125 laps from Iowa. Dover International, so a couple short tracks here right off the bat with Iowa and Dover. 125 laps of that concrete high-banked oval on November the 20th. And then Daytona Super Speedway. I think the field size is going to be massive for this race coming up on the 27th of November. Gateway Speedway, very interesting track there, 120 laps there on December the 4th. Nashville Super Speedway. I got an asterisk by that one because I got to do a little work in the turns there. It's a little bumpy, and I got to do some smoothing on those turns there. Hopefully I get that done. 110 laps there on December the 11th. So if I got to substitute a track in for that, I may end up having to do that. I'll change that schedule as soon as I can. But hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll be able to get to the Nashville Super Speedway and kind of help that out. I've been giving Paulo Chachalowski's been giving me his blessing to do some work on that one. Bristol Motor Speedway, everybody knows what Bristol's all about. 150 laps there on December the 18th. And then we're off on December the 25th for Merry Christmas. Talladega Super Speedway coming up on January the 1st. That'll be another big race. 70 laps there at Texas Motor Speedway, and then Palm Springs, huh? A couple mile and a halfers to finish out the season. So got a good season headed your way. I think a mix of some different tracks, and I think guys are going to be kind of excited about what they're going to see here. So I'm getting word that the pit window is going to be somewhere on the order of about 22 laps or so, give or take. So we'll kind of keep our eyes on that. How about Colin Matiak here with the bullseyes on the car? .41 here coming off track. Pitting off turn 4 can be a little tricky here, so a lot of speed. Under race conditions, you might see some guys speeding down pit lane. Take a look at the 90 of Todd Roblard, one of, I think, those favorites to win the championship this season. We got a lot of drivers here. Ed Palumbo, Sean Jacobs, Lawrence Stopworth's got a lot of experience too. Can't forget about Colin Matiak, our young gun. You know, he has been a fast driver here, you know, since he's come out here to HORL. So he's top on the grid here in the warm-up session. Getting the worst joining us. The worst of the worst joining us. What's up? Hey, I don't know, man. What's up with you? Good to see you out. Thanks for coming in. Had a good race headed your way. 18 drivers joining us here at Atlanta. You're going to start under the or with a little bit of light there, a little sunlight there low in the sky, and finish under the lights. So the lights are going to be already on, I believe. It'll be dusk, so a little bit different flavor for this race with the night race. And I actually have the ambient air temperature is going to cool down here a little bit too for these settings. .8X. Alex Bates joining us for the first time. Good to see Alex Bates out. Welcome, Alex. These guys joining today and yesterday on the Discord channel. How about Ed Palumbo, my buddy Ed? Been racing with Ed for a long time. Back out on the track there in the 54. Racing isn't the same without Ed Palumbo out on the track, that's for sure. Good to see him out, and best of luck to Ed this season. Oh, there you go. Alex Bates there spinning that car coming down pit lane here. We'll see if we can't get a look at that and sync that up. You get here, again, as I said, pitting can be kind of tricky. See that 8X, they're having a little trouble there coming down pit lane, so definitely want to get that tightened up. Well, this is going to be a great one here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Mile and a halfer, 100 laps here tonight. Race number 1 of 10. So I'm your commentator, your broadcaster, Heath Johnson. Thanks so much for coming in. And we got Sadie the dog joining us here a little bit too. She might bark a few times, just in case she does, only if somebody comes to the door. Or a cat walks by the window. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow at actually going to be 3 p.m. Eastern Time, the stream will start at Pocono Raceway, race number 7 in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. Pocono, the tricky triangle in the IndyCars. All right, boys and girls, it's about that time. All right, boys and girls, it is that time. So tonight's race is 100 laps. This is Atlanta Motor Speedway, and it's going to be a night race. It's race number 1 in the 2020 winter season. And it is going to be a big one. A little bright here. How about that, huh? That's kind of cool. All right, we'll take a look at the starting order. Starting in P1 is Jose Solis in a 75. Artur Vieira starts in second. Todd Roblard starts third. Colin Matiak in the 13 starts in the 4th position. In 5th is Sean Jacobs in the 24. Preston Hassel in the 27 starts in the 6th position. Brennan McGee in his first race out in the 9X starts in 7th. Ed Palumbo in the 54 starts in 8th. In 9th is the 80 of Reese Kennedy. Tim Lansbury in the 82 starts in 10th. Lawrence Stopworth in the 41 starts in the 11th position. And Alan Balancino starts in 12th. John Stanley in the 12 car starts in 13th. Lucas Sinfer, the 21, starts in 14th. Rogerio Santos in the 97 is 15th, and Jeff Sickles is 16th. In 17th in the 2X is Gabriel Mauricio, and 18th is the 8X of Alex Bates. All right, boys and girls, this is going to be a wild one here. We got 18 drivers joining us. The 75 car will lead the field to take that green flag. Uh-oh, looks like we might have lost him. He got disconnected or what here? Looks like somebody got booted here, so we're going to have to do a restart on this, it looks like. So it looks like we're going to have to do a little restart here. We lost our pole sitter here, so. So we'll do a little restart here. That's, you know, it is, that is rFactor 2 for you. So it looks like Jose got booted there, so we'll do a little restart here. So it looks like these guys are doing a little bit of shuffling around here, trying to get back in the game. So just a moment. That's how that works. So just a little bit of a holding pattern. Waiting for some of these guys getting back in. And again, I want to say thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. You can see the past live streams, of course, IndyCar and the Buschwackers series, primarily what's going on right now, once we do some one-off races once in a while for some leagues as well. But again, thank you for coming in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Peace. I'm Heath Johnson, your broadcaster, commentator. And if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV, you can click on the link up in the banner of the channel and make a donation straight through PayPal. And again, thank you for your patronage here at TurnLeftTV. Got 520 subscribers now, man. I just am so thankful. Remember, I was hovering around 30 subscribers for the longest time, and I was like, wow, now I'm really growing. So it's awesome. Awesome stuff. All right, I think we're back. We're ready to go. Wasn't too bad, was it? Wasn't too bad. Let's see if it held our starting order. There we go. Jose Solis starts on the pole, the 13. Art Vieira second. Todd Roblard third. Colin Matiak starts in the 4th position in that 13 car. Sean Jacobs starts in 5th. Preston Hassel will be 6th. Brennan McGee starts in the 7th position. Ed Palumbo starts in 8th. In 9th will be Reese Canaday in the 80 car. Tim Lansbury is 10th. Lawrence Stopworth 11th. Alan Balancino starts in the 12th position. In 13th will be John Stanley in the 12 car. Lucas Sinfer starts in the 14th position. Our champion from last season, Rogerio Santos, starts in the 15th position. Jeff Sickles is 16th. In 17th is Gabriel Mauricio, and Alex Bates starts in the 18th position. All right, hopefully everybody is going to stay connected here. Okay, the 75 car of Jose Solis is the pole sitter. Art Vieira is 2nd. Todd Roblard will start 3rd, and that 90 car, 13. Colin Matiak is 4th. Sean Jacobs starts in the 5th position. Preston Hassel, 6th. Brennan McGee in his first race out starts in the 7th position. Ed Palumbo, first race back, starts in the 8th position. Reese Canaday, 9th. Tim Lansbury starts in the 10th position. 18 drivers joining us here. This is going to be wild. So race number 1 tonight, hitting you right smack dab in the face. A little night race action from Hotlanta. So a mile and a half, a little over a mile and a half, 100 laps, race 1 of 10 tonight. I'm your broadcaster, Heath Johnson. Sadie the dog joining me as well. Woof, woof. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate your patronage here at TurnLeftTV. And it's going to be a fun one here tonight. Pretty easy track to drive, and I think there's going to be a lot of side-by-side racing here. We got some new race car drivers out here, new drivers joining us. Welcome to those guys. Like about 4 or 5 new drivers here tonight. Doing 2 laps under for pace laps. Art Vieira there. KG Vetter in the 4 car starts on the outside line. In that 2nd position. So fast and furious right off the bat here at Atlanta. Pit window is somewhere around 22, 23 laps. All right, the pace car is off. Here we go.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, green, 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 a 75. Jose Solis, our pole sitter, will lead the field with the green flag. All right, headed into turn 1 here. Todd Roblard diving down to the bottom side here, trying to get around Art Vieira. .75 out there to the race lead. 90 pulls off that pass. Art Vieira now falling back there. Sean Jacobs putting a little pressure on him in that 24 car. The battle there, 24 and the 4 battling for positions side by side. Todd Roblard in that Napa sponsor machine in that 90 car looking on the outside line of our race leader. Sean Jacobs now up to the second position. He's looking pretty fast here. He's diving down to the bottom side here, trying to take the lead on board here with the 75 as that 24 takes that lead coming off turn 4. Brendan McGee here pushing his way forward in that 9X machine. Showing a little strength here in his first race out. So Sean Jacobs, the race leader, and he's got Jose Solis in the 75 pressuring him again here on the inside line. Brendan McGee, a little bit of help there from behind. Sean Jacobs up on the outside line, looking out of the back of his car, and he is in a hornet's nest right now. Brendan McGee here working on the bottom side of that 75. 75, Jose Solis went back to the race lead, but Brendan McGee in the 9X machine now to the race lead. car Reese Kennedy up in this mix as well. So good side-by-side racing out of these guys. Looking out of the back of Brendan McGee's machine, the car Reese Kennedy looking low here in that Hooters sponsor machine. He's looking down low here. Maybe he wants to lead a few laps coming through the tri-oval. Oh, some contact between the 75 and the 9X right there. The 75 got back into the back of the 9X machine. Look at this 54, Ed Palumbo down on the bottom side here trying to get through. Fighting for the third position at 75. Jose Solis, a little bit of a shot to the 9X machine. Preston Hassel up here in that 27 car. He's our new race leader at AMD sponsor machine. So good racing here right off the bat. '54, the 27 battling it out. That 27 car now. 54, Ed Palumbo wants to lead a few laps here. Oh, man, it's tight right there on board here with the 27 car. Preston Hassel. Look at this 13 and the new paint scheme out of Kalamatiak. Ed Palumbo to the race lead. Kalamatiak here trying to get by that 27 car. We've got a lot of racing going on. Ed Palumbo in the 54, the race leader. These guys are racing like the last lap here early on. Guys feeling a lot, very much, very confident in this setup here. You can run the high line, you can run the low line. And these guys giving it a shot all over the track as the 54 race leader, and behind him we got a battle for the second position between the 75 and the 13. 13 Kalamatiak and that Ford Mustang. Great paint scheme looking on that machine. The whippersnapper now in the second position. Good battle here for third. And we got racing all over here. This is 41 Lawrence Stopworth. Right now running in the 13th position. Looking out of the front of his machine, he's running behind now to 82 Tim Lansbury. That Skyline Chili Ford Mustang. The 41, Lawrence Stopworth here trying to find a lane here. He's up on that high side, and as he's got Alex Bates down on the bottom side in that 8X machine, the 2X is Gabriel Mauricio having a battle here. Look at this, Luca Sinfer. He just lying in wait, man. That's the way he works in that 21 car. Just sits back there, waits for these guys to come to him. That's how he won that championship. Just some great calculations throughout the race to get himself up front when it counted. So definitely one you want to look at. Preston Hassel here up on the high side battling that 13 of Kalamatiak. Look at that Reese Kennedy and the 75 as well battling for position. Preston Hassel now stuck in the middle. They might be 3 wide here. Preston Hassel. Man, I tell you what, they almost went 3 wide. 54 Ed Palumbo having a battle here with the 13. This mellow yellow sponsor machine, his first race back, leading some laps here. '54 to 13 having a battle. Take a look at this, the 8X machine of Alan Ballacino. having his pretty good race here in his first race out. He's shown in the 6th position. Artur Vieira up high in that 4 car. In 6th now, they're battling it out, man. Balancino and Artur Vieira, you're battling it out for the 4 car. NASCAR BR machine, looking out of the back of his machine at that 8X of Alan Balancino. Sean Jacobs here, where he led a few laps, and now trying to work his way back up through the field. He in the 75. That's how competitive this race has been so far. A lot of guys here leading laps. 75 looking like he wants to get by this 24 on the bottom side. Not able to make that pass. 24, Sean Jacobs showing some muscle here in the middle lane. Take a look at Todd Roblard here and Alan, it's Gabriel Mauricio. Alex Bates, I'd take it back in that 8X machine. Take a look at Todd Roblard here in the 90, right now running in the 11th position. Another one of those guys there, just sort of patient. Lets the race come to him. That Napa sponsored machine. Back up here with Ed Palumbo in the 54. The 80 of Reese Kennedy shown in 2nd. 13, Kalamaniak 3rd. Artur Vieira is 4th. Brendan McGee shown in the 5th position. Take a look at Tim Lansbury here in this 13th place machine in the 82 car. The Skyline Chili Ford Mustang. One of the best guys out here is sort of working the late runs here in these segments. So 16 laps in, and he just sort of making some laps here, probably working a little bit here with that 41 car. Just ahead of him, Gabriel Mauricio in the 2X machine. And a lot of it is this unknown too. You see Gabriel in the 2X, one of the new drivers here. So a lot of these veterans are just not real sure how some of these guys are going to drive. I mean, are they going to be real aggressive, trying to push to the front? Or are they going to sort of lay back there and try to feel things out? And so there's some unknowns, but so far these guys are doing a great job. 75 of Jose Solis in here too, and we got a yellow flag. So yellow flag here. First yellow, 18 laps in. Ed Palumbo will lead the field here. Take that caution flag. Take a look at the 8X machine here. We're shown in the 7th position. 54, Ed Palumbo will lead the field. Take that caution flag here, and we'll see. Take a look and see what happened here. Some word that maybe Preston Hassel and Todd Roblard might have gotten together here. This is 27 and the 90. 27 middle lane here, and then there's some contact between he and the 90 car, and you see that 27 coming around. And I think he does a good job. He doesn't get into the wall. That's some good news here for the 27. Just kind of turns that car around backwards there, but. We'll take a look here. This is Jose Solis, and you see that 27 car just coming around. Be an interesting look here out of Preston Hassel's machine, I think. You see these guys get together right there, and then Preston coming around. We're going to go on board here with Preston Hassel. On board here with him, and just tight right there, a little bit of contact, and Preston coming around. Tight racing. Take a look here. This is Lawrence Stopworth looking out of the front of his machine. This might be a little bit after the fact. Does look like it is. Lawrence shown in the 12th position. Go on board here, and you'll see Preston got a little help there, I think. And you see 2021 got into the wall just a little bit. Take a look here, go on board with Todd Roblard in this contact between he and the 27. He just got tight right there. And I think guys going for the same bit of real estate, probably not realizing. They've had some communication there on the radio, that was for sure. But a little bit of communication there between those guys, just talking it out, good friends. Look like contact between the 90 and the 27, and we got some guys coming down pit lane now. And Palumbo here in the 54 making a pit stop. So full range of pit stops happening here. Good news for the 27 car, no damage here. And now our race leader is Tim Lansbury in the 82, getting his laps led. How about Jeff Sickles? Talk too much about him. See him out here in that 29 car. Looking to maybe get some laps led. So right now in the second position, some of these guys coming off pit lane. Take a look at our side-by-side view here as the 97 of Rogerio Santos coming off pit lane. So the 82, Tim Lansbury, hanging out here, and I would suggest to you he's probably going to come down pit lane this time, Pi. We'll see. Jeff Sickles in the 29 on pit lane, finishing up his pit stop in that graphics sponsored number 29. Good to see Jeff out. One of the nicest guys out there on the track. All right, Ed Palumbo, the leader here, and looks like he's elected to go down to the bottom side here on this restart. That leaves Colin Matiak in the second position. up high there. And Brendan McGee starts in third. Artur Vieira is fourth. Reese Kennedy starts in the fifth position. Lauren Stopperworth is sixth. Take a look at Reese Kennedy in that 80 car. Running in the fifth position. Oh, looks like we do have two 8X machines tonight. All right, pace car is off. Here we go, man. Back to green, this time by as the 54 back up front.
Green flag,
13 Kalamadiak. And that Fanatec sponsored machine will start in the second position, tucks in. Oh, a little contact there between the 4 and the Brennan McGee machine. Brennan McGee running in the 9X machine. Little contact for Artur Vieira. He and 90 of Reese Kennedy in fourth. Man, almost a wreck right there. Looking out of the back of Reese Kennedy's machine. You see the 75 trying to get by that Reese Kennedy machine. 75 of Jose Solis. Put a little pressure on him early. Alex Bates back there as well. These guys are racing hard. Artur Vieira shown in the fifth position. He's up high in that NASCAR BR sponsored machine. Running in the fifth position. Jose Solis is 75, running up, going down that bottom line there, trying to get up beside the 80 car. A little bit of a roadblock in front. These guys are getting after it right now. Colin Matiak here in the 13. He's got a little bit of work to do. He's in the fifth position. Remember, he started second on that restart. Now falling back to the fifth spot. He's going to try to get that spot back from the 75. These guys getting after it. We got a new race leader here, Brendan McGee in the 9X. 75 of Jose Solis gave him a shove and now gets him to the front. Now Jose down to the bottom line here is going to see if he can't take the lead. 9X machine, Brennan McGee up on the outside line at 54, Ed Palumbo behind him. And these guys are getting after it, man. 54, Ed Palumbo. Pressure in that 2X machine of Brennan McGee. Our race leader is Jose Solis. These guys are side by side. Jose Solis actually shown in the second position. McGee up on the outside line, our new race leader here, but these guys just keep swapping spots back and forth. Solis back to the race lead here as they come off the turn, but that outside line a little bit faster through the tri-oval area. 54 giving him a little bit of a shove. Take a look at Jeff Sickles here in the 29 car, pitted a little bit later in that sequence. Lauren Stopworth in the 41 car, running in the 11th position. On board here with Lauren Stopworth. He is running in the 11th spot, just behind Gabriel Mauricio. 21, Lucas Sinfer running in the 12th position. Got a new race leader here, Reese Kennedy in the 90, our race leader, and he's getting a little pressure here from the 13 car. 13 putting some pressure on him down on the low side. Oh, there, 3 wide. That 13 went down the low side, might have made a little contact with the 80 car. Reese Kennedy. Oh, man, the 13. Where he was going on that one, but getting into the back of the 80 car, those guys almost put it into the wall. We got a new race leader, and that is Artur Vieira. We got a big wreck here in the 4 car in the 75. 4 car in the wall. We were watching that. So the 4 car, Arthur Vieira, after taking the race lead, now damaged. We'll see what happened here. That got chippy. That got chippy. Looks like they're 3 wide right here, the 4X. Excuse me, the 4, the 80. And then that 21 car goes to the outside line and gets into the 4. 3 wide coming off the turn. We'll see what happened here. The 4. See that 4 car right there on the outside, and then they're 3 wide. The 75 goes 3 wide and sticks that 4 car in the middle, and then gets into the back of the 4 and turns him into the wall. And we got a couple other cars involved in this wreck as well. Looks like Brennan McGee got caught up in that as well. So we're looking out of the front of his car, and it looks like that 75 got back into the 4 car. So on board here, you see that 75 gets into that 4 car right there, going 3 wide. And that 4 car, we got a mess right there. The 9X and the 8X get taken out as well. Alex Bates in that as well. So we'll take a look out of Alex Bates' machine. You see that car, 4X up against the wall as contact between he and the 75 car. Reese Kennedy is the race leader. '80, Reese Kennedy, the race leader. The 13, Colin Madiak second. Jose Solis third. Okay, he might have to come down pit lane with the 1 to go and drop to the back of the field there. So the rules here in the Buschwackers series is if you cause a caution, then you got to start at the tail end of the lead lap. That's sort of the gentleman's agreement. We're getting a lot of pit stops here as the 80, Reese Kennedy, the race leader, making a pit stop. So the 90 of Todd Roblard in that Coletta-sponsored Napa machine. Jeff Sickles in the 29, shown in the 2nd position. You see Reese Kennedy 3rd, Colin Madiak 4th, Tim Lansbury shown in the 5th position. Rosario Santos 97 of Rosario Santos shown in the 6th position. Good to see Rosario out. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, we got Pocono Raceway in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. Times are actually going to be an hour earlier than what I have up here on the screen. I haven't had a chance to change this banner here, so we have moved this series up an hour, starting earlier an hour to accommodate those guys in the Russian area, and those guys don't change times. We fall back, and it changes that for them. So I think it's like going to be about 11 o'clock in the evening for them. But we want to make sure that those guys are able to race. But nonetheless, Pocono Raceway, it's race number 7 in the 2020 IndyCar Series here at High Octane Racing League, and it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. All right, getting the 1 to go here, 37 laps in. Todd Roblard elected to go to the outside line. That puts Reese Canaday on the inside line. Colin Madiak third. Tim Lansbury is fourth. So Rosario Santos has that car up to the 5th position. Good to see him up there in that 97 car, shown in P5. So Todd Roblard, actually the race leader, so he's going to start up on the outside line. That 80 of Reese Canaday will start on the bottom line this time by. '13 Colin Madiak starts in the 3rd position. 82 Tim Lansbury in 4th. So it looks like Reese Canaday actually going to control the restart on this. I'm hearing. All right, back to green. Reese Canaday in the 80 machine leading the field here across the start-finish line into turn 1. Get out of the back of Reese Canaday's machine at Colin Madiak running in the 2nd position. Down the backstretch, nose to tail, the 80 and the 13. Ricardo Almeidas, and actually it's going to be race number 8. Oh man, I just keep messing up, don't I? So many things to change there, and I forget. Ricardo needs to get out here in the stock cars and do some stock car racing with us. Take a look at the 90 of Todd Roblard running in the 3rd position. Good big field here, 18 drivers. Todd Roblard running in 8th right now. Take a look at Lucas Sinfer in that 21 car. Showing some muscle here on the outside line, getting by that 97 of Rosario Santos. So Lucas Sinfer making a pass here. So good pass there by him, and now moving that car forward, shown in the 6th position. Again, he is our returning champion. Trying to make it 2 in a row. How about this? Sean Jacobs and the 82 of Tim Lansbury battling for position. This is for the 4th spot. 24 down on the bottom side. 82 Tim Lansbury up on the high side. Now he has got his work cut out for him now. Get out of the back of Sean Jacobs' machine. Tim Lansbury in that Skyline Chili Ford Mustang, that 82 car, trying to get that spot back. Jose Solis in the 75 here trying to make a pass on Preston Hassel in the 27. Jose in that 75 machine getting by. Preston Hassel in the 27 trying to tuck in. You see Jeff Sickles back there as well. On board here with Jose Solis in the 16th position in this 75 car. I don't know why I got him as 13. I got to change that. I got him as a 75, but I got him as a 13 on the number there. Just another thing I've messed up on, Ricardo. Got a battle for the race lead here is the 13. Colin Madiak down on the bottom side here in the 80. Reese Kennedy battling it out. Little Ford versus Chevy. 13, Colin Madiak in that new paint scheme. Now to the race lead. Reese Kennedy tucks in back to the 2nd position. Sean Jacobs here showing some muscle. Trying to move forward, getting around that 90. Todd Roblard. Ed Palumbo maybe working with him a little bit in that mellow yellow sponsor machine. We've got 3 Camaros here working together. Don't forget about Tim Lansbury in that 82 car. Gabriel Mauricio in the 2X. Trying to make some moves here, getting around that 41 car on the outside line. 41, Lawrence Stopperworth down low. Patient driver. Is that 41? Gabriel, the 2X machine, down on the bottom side. You see that 4 car of Arcavieta here trying to bounce back after contact. Gave him quite a bit of damage in that 2X machine down on the bottom side here. Gabriel not able to go anywhere right now with that 2X machine down on the bottom line. It looks like that outside line is the place to be. Ed Palumbo here on the outside line, using that outside with the 24. Those guys working together. Couple HORL old guard. Trying to make some moves. Sean Jacobs trying to get around that 13 car on the outside line. He might have led that lap, the 24. Ed Palumbo giving him a little bit of a push here. Ed Palumbo, Sean Jacobs working together. See the 90 of Todd Roblard running in the 5th position. The 82, Tim Lansbury, just behind him, looking out of the front of our 90 machine. Good pack racing right here. Side-by-side action. 48 laps in. '90 car indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane, I believe. And Todd Roblard moving that car down to the bottom side here to make a pit stop here, and you got to get that car down to pit road speed. He's pretty conservative there as he comes off the track to make a pit stop. Sean Jacobs, a race leader. He's got some help there with the 54. 13, Colin Madiak not giving up the fight on the bottom line. Reese Kennedy in this mix. 82, Tim Lansbury. So they're 3 wide up on the outside line. That looks like the preferred place to be. The 24 and the 54 working together. Todd Roblard here on pit lane. Taking some service here on lap 50 under green. Coming back out on track. Sean Jacobs, a race leader. Ed Palumbo just behind him in 2nd. Colin Madiak shown in 3rd. Tim Lansbury shown in the 4th position. Look at that, 21. Lucas Sinford now in the mix in that 21 car. He's running in the 5th position. Luca has a run here on this outside line, and 13 might have gotten a little frightened there. I'm not sure what happened with that, but Kalamadiak, take a look here, side by side on this, and Kalamadiak there on the outside line, or the inside line, and I'm not sure what happened here, but he's going to lose some positions or drop back here in this 13 car. Take a look out of the side of Ed Palumbo's machine at Kalamadiak. So Kalamadiak here in the 13, we'll see what happened to him, and everything looks okay right there, but not sure what went on, but he lost some positions. I mean, he might have gotten spooked. I don't know. Look at Luca here. John Stanley here in the 13th position in this 12 car, having a battle with the 8X of Alan Balancino. Oh, some contact between the 9X and the 8X. 75 up there in the wall as well. Those guys playing a little bumper cars as John Stanley uses that experience here in the stock cars to get his way through. So John Stanley now in the 13th position at 9X. Balancino here trying to make a pass. Down on the bottom side here, Jose Solis in the 75 going to try to help him through. So John Stanley here again, sticking to that outside line. Oh man, he might have gotten into the wall right there. 12 gotten into the wall. Reese Kennedy here in the 80 and the 75. Jose Solis battling for position. Reese Kennedy on the outside. That Hooters sponsored machine using that outside line. And again, I think that's the preferred place to be. And Artevieta here trying to bounce back in this 4 car. He's following that 2X machine through. Up on the outside line. Artevieta now shown in 9th. Colin Matiak and the 75 battling for position. That 75 showing some muscle here. He's moving forward. Artevieta here might have come off track. We'll see what happened to him. I don't know if he had a warping situation or what. Oh, he might have gotten into the wall right there. 4 car got into the wall. Little bit of contact for him up on that outside line. Remember, he had some damage here from earlier accident. And he has been fighting a tough condition here. Jose Solis in the 75 car. Trying to make some moves. Some guys making contact with the pit, or with that outside wall coming off the turn. Preston Hassel in the 27 car indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. So that AMD-sponsored Ford Mustang now making a pit stop here on lap 59. Our race leader, Sean Jacobs, is radioing that he's going to be making a pit stop. 41, Lawrence Stopworth here making a pit stop as well. He's going to be coming down pit lane. You see the 24. Oh, the 2X! The 2X making a pit stop there. I think the 41 might have come around as well, trying to miss that, but that 2X machine comes around. As he was trying to make a pit stop. Ed Palumbo, the race leader. So we had a little spin there coming off the track onto pit lane, and I'd mentioned that in the in the pre-race show that the pit stops and coming off pit lane under green is going to be a challenge. So it looks like the 2X as he comes off track, just a little bit too much speed. Oh man, the 75 does a great job of missing him. My heavens, man, did you see that? 75, watch this, is he's trying to get this thing woed up, and he sees the spin, heads up move by him to get back out on the track. Actually, he crosses up pit lane, it looks like. So the 75 heads up move, he barely misses that 2X machine. Now, Sean Jacobs had came off track to come down pit lane. Reese Canaday, watch this. You see those guys are going to pit. Now, Reese Canaday stays out on the track, and there's a mess that's unfolding there. Rosario Santos. Seeing that out in front of his machine. So is Mauricio. He was just having a tough deal here. He had a little bit too much speed, and he gets that car sideways like that. 75 does a great job of missing that. And the 41 evasive action there, trying to miss that as well. 54, Ed Palumbo coming down pit lane. Our race leader is Brennan McGee in the 9X machine. Brennan McGee on pit lane, and that's going to give the race lead to 21 to Lucas Sinfer. 90, he's back out on track. Now he is one lap down. Now, Brennan McGee is actually the race leader, I believe now. Okay, so Ed Palumbo is actually, I think, going to be the race leader here. I think Brennan has accidentally passed the entire field, I believe.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to, it looks like we got that figured out here. Back to the race. So somebody had accidentally passed the entire field there, so it's a little bit of a 54, Ed Palumbo, the race leader. 82, Tim Lansbury, second. Colin Matiak, third. Artur Vieira is in the fourth. Actually, now he's up to the third position in that 4 car. So we got that worked out here. Thank heavens, man. It's easy to break one of these races sometimes when the guys aren't following the instructions on the screen. Colin Matiak in the 4th position in that 13 car. Artur Vieira in the 4 car. These guys had good side-by-side battle here between the 4 and the 13, and we've seen a lot of this out of those two. Ed Palumbo, the race leader in the 54 car. 82, Tim Lansbury. That Skyline Chili Ford Mustang in the 2nd position. Artur Vieira in 3rd. Don't forget about Lucas Sinfer and Reese Kennedy. '21, Lucas Sinfer running in the 5th position. 80 of Reese Kennedy now getting by on the bottom line. Tim Lansbury in at 82, just out of the front of his car. 69 laps in. It's been a little bit of an aggressive race here. A lot going on here right now. 75, Jose Solis running in the 6th position, moving forward. Colin Matiak, our new race leader here in that 13 car. I think Ed Palumbo might have had to come down pit lane, I believe. I'm not sure. He might be on fuel safe strategy here in this 54. 8X running here as well. That's Alan Balancino in the 8X machine. 24, Sean Jacobs trying to make a pass on him. Looks like Sean Jacobs going to get by. That Western Auto sponsored machine now running in the 11th spot. Yeah, Palumbo there dropping back, and I don't know whether he's dropping back because he has to pit or what, but he is indicating there's some issues with fuel on his car. '13, Colin Matiak on the 4 of Artur Vieira, battling for position. Artur Vieira running on this outside line, and he has got a lot of cars here vying to get around him on the bottom line. 13, Colin Matiak has gotten by the 80, Reese Kennedy. He has shown a lot of muscle here tonight. Very fast car out of that 80 car. Tim Lansbury now on the bottom side. Tim Lansbury working that 82, getting by on the bottom side here. Now Octane here maybe trying to work with this 13 car. Alex Bates back in this mix. He's running in that 8X machine. 75, Jose Solis just behind him. Todd Roblard here in the 90 car. Running in the 16th position, so he's gotten back on that lead lap. That Napa sponsor machine. Colin Matiak now fighting back on the bottom side, trying to get by Reese Canaday. Reese Canaday on the bottom, or excuse me, up high there with Octane, Tim Lansbury in this mix. Great battling here. Reese Canaday now the race leader in that 80 car. The 4 of Octane just behind him in that 4 car in the second position. Side by side there, then Archer kind of backs off. Reese got a good run on the inside line, and we saw with a little bit of help there, I think that outside is the preferred position, but now with this track being a little bit more gummed up here, rubbered up, it might have changed somewhat. Now Reese going up to the high side, exploiting that a little bit. Take a look at this, Lucas Sinfer in the 21 car. Don't forget about John Stanley, man. He has slowly, methodically gotten that car up there up front, running in the 8th position in that 12 machine. 21, Lucas Sinfer just ahead of him. Go on board here with John Stanley. Some nighttime racing here at Hotlanta. Reese Canaday down on that 80, or in that 80 car through the tri-oval into turn 1. As Octane here trying to work the outside line. Archer's got to run on the outside. Does he have any help? The 13, Colin Matiak, kind of playing both sides there. Brennan McGee indicating he's got a penalty, so he might have come down pit lane, gotten a penalty, and he's going to have to come back down pit lane. Didn't hear anything out of those guys about pit stops, but Brennan McGee going to have to serve a drive-through in the 9X machine. But the question is it going to be this time by with the 9X machine? So a penalty for him, and he's going to have to serve that, or he's going to have probably get DQ'd. Take a look at Rogerio Santos running in the 12th position in that 97 car. Lawrence Stopworth just in front of him in 11th. Sean Jacobs now back to the 10th position. Octane, our race leader, 13. Colin Matiak is second. Look at Jeff Sickles here running in the 13th position. Now he has been quiet, man. I'll tell you what, he's quietly getting his car moving forward here, starting to maybe put a little pressure here to crack the top 10. Jeff Sickles in that zigzag sponsor machine. Keeping that car in the hunt. The 41, Lawrence Stopworth, indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. The Lawrence Stopworth, 20 laps to go, making a pit stop. That should make him good to go. Take a look at that side-by-side view here as Octane, the race leader. As the 41, Lawrence Stopworth makes his pit stop here on lap 81, finishing up that pit stop, coming back out on track. Sean Jacobs coming down pit lane here in the 24 car. Well, these guys making, hopefully, their final pit stops as the 4 of Artur Vieta somehow, someway, always seems to find a way to get that car up front. I don't know who's joining us in the chat here, but he should be out on the track in that Microsoft sponsor machine, although we might have to get a new sponsorship for that car. Is Will D. He says, is it too late for some squid facts? It's never too late for squid facts, man. Alan Balancino in the 8X machine on pit lane. See the 13, Kalamadiak. Jeff Sickles on pit lane as well. Artur Vieta, the race leader, and I would suspect he's going to have to make another pit stop here. Look at this battle here, the 82, the 21, and the 75. The 75 of Jose Solis. His first race out, shown in the second position. 82, Tim Lansbury having a good night in that Skyline Chili Ford Mustang. Running in third, Lucas Sinfer. I said he's got a good, uncanny way of getting that car back up front, and he finds his way to the front as the laps wind down. So Luca in the 21 car having a good night here. How about John Stanley in the 12 car, running in the 6th position? He's indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane this time by. So John Stanley here on lap 85 will be making a pit stop. Jose Solis in the 75 is the new race leader. Tim Lansbury in second. Lucas Sinfer third. Reese Kennedy shown in the 4th position. Alex Bates is 5th. Artur Vieta on pit lane in the 4 car. Remember, he was leading the race and now comes down pit lane to make a pit stop here with 14 laps to go. Is he going to take 4 tires? Looks like he is. '82, Tim Lansbury, the race leader, and he's indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. Lucas Sinfer just behind him, and I bet Lucas going to pit a little bit after that. What do you think? Lucas hoping for maybe a yellow flag here and get himself in a great position to win this thing. So Lucas Sinfer is indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane this time by. Tim Lansbury on pit lane. Penalty. Reese Kennedy has a penalty, so he's going to have to do a drive-through. That is a devastating penalty at this point. Lucas Sinfer in the 21, one of the best pit stop guys on the grid. That guy just seems to have it figured out. Tim Lansbury and Lucas Sinfer on pit lane. Kalamadiak here in a good position to reclaim the lead. Lawrence Stopworth just behind him in that 41 car. Reese Kennedy coming back down pit lane to serve his drive-through. Oh my heavens for the 80. His pit crew is livid right now. 13, Colin Madiak. See Lucas Sinfer coming back out on track after making pit stops. So Colin Madiak to the race lead here on lap 89. Jeff Sickles up out of the way there, the 41. Lawrence Stopworth put a little pressure on him. Looking out of the back of Colin Madiak's machine. Uh-oh. What's that right there? That's a TurnLeftTV logo, I see. That's the 13 leading the field. Lawrence Stopworth in second. Lucas Sinfer in the 3rd position. John Stanley in 4th. Artur Vieta rounds out the top 5. Can Colin Madiak close out this race? Take a look at Sean Jacobs in the 82 of Tim Lansbury running together. Here, that 24 car, that Western Auto machine now in the 6th position. Tim Lansbury in the 82 running in 7th. Lawrence Stopworth has that car in the second position here with 9 laps to go. Got to be wondering here, when is he going to make his move in that Mac Tools sponsored machine? Lucas in for the 21 and the 12 of John Stanley working together here, trying to close in on these guys. These guys are about 2.5 seconds down. Artur Vieta shown in 5th. Do they have enough time to be able to close in on that front two? If they stay nose to tail and these guys start racing side by side, they might be able to close in. The 1-2, Lawrence Stopworth peeking up on that outside line. Can he find a way to get by this 13 car? Ed Palumbo here in the 54 car, indicating he might not have enough fuel to make it to the end. Todd Roblard in the same boat here, I think. Tim Lansbury here trying to make a pass on Sean Jacobs. Oh, Sean Jacobs gets down. He might hit the wall there. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Sean Jacobs made hard contact with the wall. We'll take a look at this again. Sean Jacobs making contact with the wall, and how in the world did he hang on to that thing? My heavens, man. Colin Matiak here in the 13 car, trying to hold on. The 41, Lawrence Stopworth in second. Lucas Sinford now 2.2 down. Does he have enough time running out of laps? If these guys hit some lap traffic, though, that might change the ball game. If these guys start racing side by side, that might change the ball game. 41 looking on the outside line there. Just does not seem like that outside line's working right now. Got to have a little bit of help up there. You see that 41 having a good night, though, here running in the second position, but those guys are starting to close in. Now just 2 seconds back. They got a 3-car pack here trying to close in. Colin Matiak now opening up a half a second lead on Lawrence Stopworth. Who's going to win race number 1 here in this winter season? Colin Matiak showing some strength here. Now 1.8 seconds on P3. Look at that, Edders Magel joining us in the chat here. That guy is rock and roll right there. Edders Magel. Real D saying he's livid. Oh, a yellow flag here. Oh my God, Colin Matiak did not want to see that yellow flag. Did not want to see that yellow flag. Oh my gosh. We are going to have a green-white checker. Might have been Rogerio Santos might have come around here. And that 97 car. We'll see what happened here as Rogerio Santos might have came around. 97. Oh, contact with the outside wall, and he coming across the grass there. Across that start-finish line, and we got a caution flag. So hard contact there for the 97. He comes off the turn, and then a hard contact with the outside wall coming off turn 4. And then that car is on for a ride. Does a good job of keeping it back out of the wall, but nonetheless, hard contact here. Jose Solis getting by now. Saying he got around Santos. Santos here just ran out of room here. He's running behind Reese Kende, it looks like there, and then just makes contact. Just ran out of room, man. Boogered up tires there a little bit. Older tires, the 97. We've all done that. Make some contact. Now we got another spin here under caution. The 8X machine might have gotten into, he and the 9X get together. I'm not sure what's going on there. Alex Bates come around. See who might have gotten into him. In this blue machine. Gabriel Mauricio, he's out of the race here. Not sure who got into the back of Alex Bates, but 9X machine gets into him and turns him around under caution. So I don't know whether that was a deliberate deal right there or not, but definitely makes some contact and turns him around. Looks like Brennan McGee making contact. All right, looks like we're going to have a green-white checker. How about that, huh? So let's finish this bad boy under green, but green-white checker here in our first race out. Givaldo joining us here, Edersmagel. Edersmagel said fishing bait. I like fishing. So the 13, Colin Matiak, the race leader. Lord Stopworth second. Luca Sinfer shown in the third position. Arthur Vieira has that car in the fourth position. Remember, he had some hard contact earlier in the race. But nonetheless, has that car back up to the fourth position. He had some hard contact with the outside wall and a lot of damage. There was a wreck. Got turned by the 75 into 13 there with the fake of the fake of the fake of the fake. Nobody's buying that, by the way. That's a lesson you learn on your 17th birthday. And I know Edersmagel is in here rooting for our boy, Arthur Vieira. Said he is a legend, and he is. He's right, man. Eder is absolutely spot on. Arthur always seems to find a way to get that car back in the race, man. The car up to the front. So green-white checker here at Hotlanta. So hopefully we can finish this bad boy under green, but this is going to be all give. Excuse me, did I say all give? No, I mean all take and no give. That's what it's going to be. I need to get some chewing gum here. I came here to do two things. Race and chew gum. Broadcast and chew gum. Chew gum tonight. And now I'm all out of gum. '41, Lord Stopworth has that car up on the outside line in the second position. He has got a little bit of help this time with Artur Vieira up on the outside line too. Lucas Sinfer going to start in the third position in the 21. Looks like Colin Maniac is elected to go down to the take the inside line. That has really early on been a pretty good position. I can't wait to throw this in the chat up here, but Will D said how much LSD was consumed when painting Colin's car. I think those are targets right there. Sean Jacobs said it might be a target here for him. So, all right, 13. Colin Maniac warming up those tires. Got the bastardized version of the target symbol. I think he wanted to go with the target paint scheme, but they wouldn't do it, so he just changed some colors around and threw the Fanatec logo up there. 13, man, he's always in the hunt here to win, man. He's always has that up on 10, doesn't he? His intensity levels always on 10. All right, the pace car's lights are out. We're going to go green this time by, so a green-white checker. Lawrence Stopworth and that Mac Tools sponsor machine. How big a win would that be? All right, here we go. Back to green.
Green flag, go, go.
One attempt at the green-white checker. 13 gets a good start here. Lucas Sinfer in the 21. Is he going to put a little pressure here on that 13? 41 logging back just a little bit. Is he going to get a shove here? Lucas Sinfer goes to the outside line. Does he have enough time to be able to get around this 13 car? 82, Tim Lansbury in this mix. Lucas Sinfer has to try to get around the 13. 13 had to throw the block. The 82, Tim Lansbury going to make a late race pass here. Oh, the 24 gets into the 13 car. 13 and the 24 got together. The 82, Tim Lansbury up front. The 24, Sean Jacobs. 8X of Alex Bates in this mix. The 82, Tim Lansbury trying to hold on here for the race win. A 75, Jose Solis. Oh, contact! Contact here as now Balanchino makes the pass. Balanchino gets the race win. Holy smokes, that was a crazy, crazy finish. Alan Balanchino gets the race win. There was contact at the end. Contact at the end, and the 8X of Alan Balanchino gets the race win. So Alan Balanchino getting a big win in that 8X machine in his first race out. Wow, man, it is dark out. Who turned the lights out? Sean Jacobs finishes in the second position. Man, I don't know what happened there, but that was a crazy, crazy finish. We'll take a look at the session results here with that green-white checker. Alan Balanchino finishes in first. Sean Jacobs seconds. Alex Bates finishes in the third position. Jose Solis fourth. Tim Lansbury finishes in the fifth position. Ed Palumbo sixth. Lucas Sinfer finishes in the seventh position. Artur Vieira eighth. Todd Roblard finishes in 9th. Rogerio Santos finishes in 10th. Jeff Sickles finishes in the 11th position. Lauren Stopworth 12th. Colin Matiak 13th. John Stanley finishes in the 14th position. Reese Canaday 15th. Preston Hassel, Brennan McGee, and Gabriel Mauricio 16th through 18th. We'll see if we can't get our race winner, Alan Balanchino. Up here in the booth with us. All right. Alan Balanchino joining us up in the booth. First race out in that 8X machine and wins the race. What a finish that was, huh?
Yeah, I was like 10th or something at the start there. I didn't know what was going on. I'm just like, I'm going to keep my foot in it and hopefully something good happens. Oh my God, what a race.
Yeah, that was a great race there. We had a little few cautions there in the first 20, 30 laps, but really things kind of settled down late in the race. How do you feel like the racing was, coming out here for the first time and seeing this crowd and racing with these guys?
It's good. It's some good stuff. It's really, there's some good drivers here. You can run any line, everybody's pretty clean and everything. It's a great time.
Man, I'll tell you what, sitting in the catbird seat there, the contact with the front runners, and you just end up having a battle with the 82, and looks like also Solis in the 75 car was there as well. Bates was there, and what was going through your mind, man? Did you just sort of doing protection mode, or just foot to the floor and hope for the best?
Just foot to the floor and hope for the best, because oh my God, I had no idea that was going to happen. Like, I'm coming to the line, I'm just like, what? What is going on here?
Well, you're new to the HORL effort here. Tell us a little bit about your sim racing experience and how you found High Octane Racing League and where you're running from.
I play iRacing. I just I play iRacing a lot. Jose Solis actually told me about the league and got me on here. So I used to do a lot of NR, rFactor 2, and all that kind of stuff. So I guess I'm pretty seasoned when it comes to sim racing.
Well, awesome. Hopefully we see you back, and congratulations on first race out, first win, and hopefully we'll see you the rest of the season here, getting some good tracks in, and good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
All right, that is Alan Balanchino here joining us up in the booth. What a wild finish that was, huh? Sean Jacobs coming away with that second-place finish. Looked like there might have been a little contact between he and the whippersnapper, Colin Matiak, and I don't know, man. I hope that's maybe setting the stage here for some crazy racing here the rest of the season. But I had a feeling, man, it was going to be very, very aggressive there on that restart. And sometimes you're on the winning end, and sometimes you're on the losing end of that. But the 8X came away with a big race win. Congratulations to him, and you could tell he was very, very excited. And you could kind of tell with these guys coming out here that really they had some experience right off the bat. Now there's some intricacies with rFactor too, but you can tell just the way they were racing, they had quite a bit of experience, and you heard him illustrate that there in the interview. Well, we'll take a look at the schedule here. Coming up next week, we have Iowa Speedway, 125 laps there from that little short track there. Alex Cootie made that track, so he did a great job with that. And Excited to see what's in store there. Dover International Speedway, another short track, high banked oval there. The Monster Mile coming up on November the 20th. And then we got Daytona Super Speedway, a 70-lapper on November the 27th. So excited with the next 3 races coming up. Got a couple short tracks in the Super Speedway headed your way here on TurnLeft TV and in the High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series. How about this, man? 18 drivers joining us tonight for this race. So very excited about the way this season's starting out. Well, I'm being told by Ricardo Almeida that it's actually race 8, so I got a little bit of mistake there, and then I know I got to move those times up. We're actually going to start this race at 3 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, 80 laps from Pocono in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. So the tricky triangle headed your way, and I love these cars. I'm not a big fan of Pocono, but I tell you what, I am a fan of Pocono in the IndyCars. You stay tuned, man. I think the guys are really, really excited for this race. So we're winding it down. We got 3 races to go until the championship. Ricardo Almeida, can he get another win here in the IndyCar Series? Well, I want to say thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeft TV. Man, I had Edersmagel in here. Givaldo Linares was in here. Will D was in here. Man, I had some big names tonight here in the chat session with me. I always appreciate those guys coming in, man. Friendliest guys around. And, a lot of these guys coming in and joining from the Brazilian area as well. And I love that, man. I got a lot of friends from down in Brazil, and one of these days, one of those rich friends of mine from Brazil is going to send me a plane ticket or buy me a plane ticket to come down and maybe spend some time with Carnival. Smagel, that's you, buddy. That is you. He's going to good to see Eder in here, and I hope Eder can come out. We'll get him in that Jack Daniels machine out on the track, so it'll be good to see Edersmagel come out and join us. But hey, thank you for coming in. Please hit the thumbs up button and let me know you were here tonight. Share my videos with all your friends. You're more than welcome to share my YouTube videos on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. If you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to do so. Hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeft TV, it's right up there. Very easy. That is the link straight to PayPal. So again, thank you for coming in, and hope everybody is behaving. This weekend here in Indiana. It's going to be a really nice weekend. We're going to have 70s. Hard to believe in the month of November as we're getting into definitely that third week of November next week. So I guess it'd be the second week technically with this week, right? So 70 degrees nonetheless. Awesome. Well, what a finish that was with Balancino finishing in first, Sean Jacobs second, Bates there finishing in the 3rd position, and Jose Solis finishing for Tim Lansbury was 5th. Ed Palumbo 6th, man. He was really worried about fuel. He wanted to see that caution flag come out. Lucas Sinfer finishes in the 7th position, man. He got that car up there, and then, just the mess that was the chaos at the finish. He comes away with the 7th place finish. Artur Vieira battles back for 8th. Todd Roblard finishes in the 9th position. And how about that? Rogerio Santos finishes in 10th. Jeff Sickles 11th. Lawrence Stopwer 12th. Colin Matiak, tough break there for him, finishes in 13th. John Stanley with 14th. And Reese Kennedy 15th. Preston Hassel 16th. Alan McGee there. McGee there was in the 7th position, or 17th position. My heavens, man. I'm tongue-tied. And then Mauricio finishing in 18th. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight here on TurnLeft TV. Thank you so much for joining me. And don't forget to join us tomorrow for the IndyCar Series. In the meantime, I'm out of here. I'd like to say how much I appreciate Ed Palumbo being back and joining us again. So good to see him back, my good buddy. Now, I really mean it this time. I am out of here.